What is the fastest method to farm money and XP in Persona 5 Royal? This isn't an easy question to answer because in a 100-hour game, some methods are great during early game but fall off harder than my channel during late game. And some methods start off weak but get way stronger as the game progresses. So in this video, I'm going to be ranking every method of farming money and XP from the worst to the best. I'm judging them based on 3 things. How much stuff do you get? What are the requirements? And how much real world time does it take? This means an F tier method gives you very little, has high requirements, and wastes a ton of your real life time. An S tier method gives you a lot, has low or reasonable requirements for when you unlock it, and is basically instant once it's set up. So let's begin with the worst method. Method 1. Part-time jobs and lottery. These are the biggest waste of time in this game. You can go to work at the convenience store, the flower shop, the beef bowl place, and the bar. You burn in-game calendar time, which is inarguably the most important resource in a Persona game, but the payout you get is so small. You can fight an enemy in a dungeon and make more money than any part-time job in the game. You get social stats, that's true, but there are way better methods for even that. So this one absolutely falls in the F tier. Lottery is even worse, and I bet you a good number of people didn't even know this existed. There is a reason for that. This method is literally a meme. It is just here to satiate the gambling addicts. F tier. So yes, gambling and employment in this game do not pay well, just like real life in 2026. Method 2. Selling sooty gear and generic drops. Next up are the methods that do give you money but are not as efficient as farms. Selling gear from mementos or palaces can give you a bit of cash, but the problem is you aren't farming for this stuff. You just get it incidentally while doing real content. Turning it into money means extra menuing and travel time. This is literally the in-game equivalent of getting paid to do chores. I mean, C tier, it exists, it's not useless, but it is not going to let you become the top 1% of the Sigma male society. Method 3. Confusion farming. This is where we start getting into the real stuff. You can use confuse skills like Pulimpa on high level shadows or bosses that drop a ton of yen when confused. If done right, they can throw you absurd amounts of money every single turn. However, you need the right personas, skills, and encounter targets. It is very setup heavy and requires game knowledge. If you don't want to remove all challenge, or if you need a reason to actually make use of the luck stat, this is it. It is a balanced but not broken method. B tier. Method 4. Treasure demon hunting. Treasure demons are a great source of XP and money when you find them, and they are super valuable for Persona fusions. But as a farming method, their spawns are inconsistent and RNG based, and you still need to fight or fuse them. So you are not really getting instant rewards. They are good, but not consistent. B tier. Now we get into the methods that make everything else better. Method 5. Jose's Memento Stamps. In Mementos, you can collect stamps for Jose to increase money gain, XP gain, and even item drops. On their own, stamps don't generate money or XP, but once you have invested enough stamps into money or XP boosts, every single battle just becomes so much more efficient. The trade-off, obviously, is you need to spend time exploring mementos early to collect stamps. As a multiplier, Jose's system sits comfortably in A tier. I wanted to put this in S tier, but collecting stamps can get pretty boring. Method 6. Jihayas money reading. Jihayas Fortune Confidant gets you money reading. You pay a fee, and for that day, you get boosted money rewards from battle. Again, it doesn't create money by itself, but because it's a buff that you can combine with other methods, this is also A tier. Method 7. Negotiations. Tyrannosaurus rank 2 and rank 3 perks allows you to demand a ton of money from enemies during negotiations. If you are strong enough to withstand attacks, even if things go wrong, there is practically nothing stopping you from extorting a high level shadow into giving you the GDP of a small nation. It is pretty straightforward and comically evil for how good it works. A tier. The best farming methods. Now for the broken stuff. Method 8. Ryuji's InstaKill in Mementos. Once you rank Ryuji's Chariot Confidant to rank 7, you unlock InstaKill. When you're strong enough compared to the enemy, you can just run into them and defeat them instantly, without even entering a battle. And this is where it gets disgusting. Combine InstaKill with Jose's money and XP stamps and money reading from Jihaya, and you are suddenly making 1,000,000 yen in minutes, plus tons of XP and item drops, with almost no real world time spent in actual fighting. In terms of our criteria, stuff that you get: huge requirements, mid-game, real world time, almost 0 per kill. This is absolutely S tier as a general farm, and there is no way it can get any better. Right? Ah, fuck. Hifumi's Confidant gives you a funny ability once you reach rank 7 with her. Nariki. This ability says, earn double money if a battle is won within one turn of a successful ambush. This would be pretty good by itself. However, this ability stacks with Ryuji's InstaKill ability, which already stacks with Jose's Mementos multiplier and Jihayas money reading. So you get where I'm going with this. This is the most disgusting method to farm money and XP because you get so much. With all of these things combined, you can almost make enough money to afford a yacht, maybe 2 yachts, maybe 500 copies of Silk Song, maybe one overpowered character in a gacha game, or give Yusuke, our struggling artist, a single sandwich. Who are we kidding? I'm going to let him starve because it's funny. Method 9. The Reaper. The Reaper is the enemy that gives the most amount of XP in this game, capable of jumping your party 5 to 10 levels in a single fight. Once you are prepared, just let him ambush you, because it will give him only one action per turn and you can very confidently beat him. The only downside to this is you do need to be strong and well prepared enough to beat him reliably, but for pure XP farming, the Reaper is an S tier method, sitting beside Ryuji's InstaKill as one of the strongest late game tools. So, what is the overall best method to farm money and XP in Persona 5 Royal? For how simple it is, the most consistent method is Ryuji's InstaKill. With how much it can stack with other confidence abilities and Jose's multipliers, it is simply too good to fail. But for reaching level 99 on all your characters, I would still recommend fighting the Reaper. Here is the tier list in its entirety. Luckily, in comparison, Persona 3 Reload only has one best method to farm money and XP. You can click this end card to watch it right now.